Welcome everybody to Dial-R Squealic Tactics. This is going to be another Marvel Snap video, and in this video we're going to be going over the essential cards in Marvel Snap. Cards that can basically pull their weight in any deck that you want to build in Marvel Snap. Now, keep in mind, if you look at the top of the screen, I am collection power 230. There are inevitably going to be, I hope I said inevitably right. Yes, I think I did. Inevitably, there's going to be other cards that are going to become staples in your deck. But even at the beginning of the game, you're going to be given access to some certain cards that I have gotten many miles of traction with in this game on all of my decks that have helped me kick my opponent's butt. And in this video we're going to go over those cards. Now keep in mind, like I said, that I will be missing some cards that I will be getting in the future. This is basically a starter's guide to the best or the most essential cards in the game. Again, like I said, that you can use across any decks. If you don't get these cards at the beginning of the game when you play, after you get about 4 hours into the game and you're fully entrenched in Marvel Snap, you're going to have these cards in your deck. Now, we're going to go from energy cost from 1 down to 6. All right. And as you see at the top here, I've got a whole bunch of decks built. I put out a video this week on deck synergies specifically. Now, energy cost number 1, Elektra. I love the Elektra card. If you get her in your opening hand, you have to decide, or basically you get a 1 out of 3 chance of where your opponent is going to set their number 1 card. Now, if they do set it in the same zone as you, they have to go first, and then if you're second when you reveal your card, she's going to kill your opponent's number 1 card. Now, you don't have to use Elektra turn 1. You can hold her and then wait. So say your opponent placed a 1 energy card. If you have her, say in like turn 4 or turn 3, where you can use a 2 card and a 1 card, you can play the 2 card wherever you want. Play the Elektra card, the 1 card, where they played their 1 card or 1 energy card, and she will kill your opponent's 1 energy card. This card, again, it's an on reveal. So if you pair her with, I do believe it's Odin, I think it's Odin, yes, as you see on reveal Odin, and she kills a 1-star card. If there's another 1-star card in that deck and you play Odin on top of her, she's going to kill that other 1-star card. So whether or not she's in an on reveal deck or in any other deck, I think Elektra is hands down an essential card for the 1 energy. Also, I'm going to say Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a runner-up. Now, Ant-Man, he's only a 1/1 card, so 1 power, 1 energy, but he can be taken up to a level 4 if you play 3 more cards in the deck. And there's going to be a lot of decks where, like rock decks, or if your opponent has Squirrel Girl. So Squirrel Girl will put a 1-star squirrel or a 1 energy, 1 power squirrel in each zone. So if you pair Ant-Man with Squirrel Girl, you're already 2 cards in on turn 2. Or if there's a zone effect that puts a bunch of rocks out, or there's a zone effect that puts 2 raptors out, or there's a zone effect that puts a 9 power monster card out, Ant-Man is ideal for those zones because they're already filled up, and ideally you want to only play him in a zone where you're going to fill that zone with 4 cards, which you can use Ant-Man in an Onslaught deck, which I find I get lots of traction out of him because you can really pump up his bonus attack value. So Ant-Man and Elektra, great 1 energy cards. Now, the next one might be just my preference, but I love Carnage because you can use him in so many places. His power is on reveal, destroy your other cards at that location and gain 2 power for each card destroyed. Now, if you only have Carnage, you can work him, like I said, in those decks where there's raptors put on the field, or there's a zone, or I should say zone, or there's a zone where they throw out a -2 power hand assassin. If you have Carnage as your number 2 slot, you can pop him down on that hand assassin zone. You're going to eat that -2 power card. He's going to go up to 4. Your opponent is still going to have a -2 card, and all of a sudden you're winning the zone. Now, Carnage has some really good synergies with other cards as well, and I will only discuss these cards in relation to Carnage. You do not have to use them with Carnage to make his card considered a standard or a pivotal essential card in all your decks. Now, if you have Angel, so Angel, pardon me, his power, when one of your cards is destroyed, this flies out of your deck to replace it. So if Carnage eats a card, or if someone kills a card, say Carnage eats a card, he gains power. Angel's going to fly in to replace that card. Or if someone kills one of your cards, say they play an Electra, kill your 1-star card, Angel's going to slide right in there to replace that card. So he, while he's only a 1 energy, 1/2, and you can't really bump him up with any of his effects, he might be considered an essential card. But I would say if you're going to run him, make sure you have Carnage first. Now, Carnage loves to play with Wolverine. So Wolverine, if you play Wolverine down first, Wolverine's a 2 energy 3-star card. And if you read his effect, when this card is disabled or discarded or destroyed, play it at a random location. So this card is ideal for a discard deck. So basically you can discard him and he'll come back. Or if you can play Carnage on top of him, Carnage will eat him, Carnage will bump up to 4 power, and then Wolverine will come back onto the field, be it at that location or one of the other locations. So Wolverine is another essential card you might want to pair with Carnage, but I think Carnage alone can be considered an essential card to have in any deck. So 2-star energy card. Number 3. I've got 2 number 3 cards that I'm going to tell you are essential everywhere in Marvel Snap, and the first one being is Ironheart. Now, she is an on-reveal card. Her effect is give 3 other friendly cards plus 2 power. Like I said, you're going to run across those zones that pump out rocks, pump out raptors, pump out other things, or you're going to play a 1 card, you're going to play a 2 card, and then you're going to play Ironheart. Ironheart is going to beef up all those other cards, which makes her just great on her own. But since she's an on-reveal, you can also pair her in an Odin deck, and Odin can proc her on-reveal effect twice to get the edge on your opponent. Whether it's in an Odin deck or whether it's in any deck, Ironheart is, as you see, I've already got her legendary. She is a great stand-alone card that is essential in any deck. Next up, another 3 energy card, Captain America. Now, there are a lot of great 3 energy cards. Mr. Fantastic is good. The Punisher is good. Mr. Fantastic, though, keep in mind, is only going to do his effect. It's only going to give 2 power. And as you get into the game, 2 power may swing a match. But really, I think Mr. Fantastic is great beginning game, not so great late game. And I say late progression as your deck progresses. Punisher, another great card. See, both of these guys are the epic or purple quality. You can get a lot of miles out of Punisher, especially in an ongoing onslaught deck or in an onslaught deck. I call mine ongoing onslaught. But Captain America pairs really well with both these 2 cards, but I think Captain America stands alone just for the uses of his card by itself. So your other cards at this location have 1 power. So plop him down onto a location that already has 3 cards. He's going to power up himself and the other, or wait, maybe not himself, maybe just your 3 opponents. So he's going to add 3 power onto the cards already at that zone, and that can swing that zone into your favor. Now, he is an ongoing card, so if you pair him with Onslaught, Onslaught's going to double that effect, or it's going to reactivate that effect. So not only is he going to give 1 power to all the cards of that zone, he's going to give 2 power to all the cards in that zone, going adding from 3 power to 6 power on that zone, which really beefs up that zone. And if you pair Onslaught, Captain America, and Ant-Man all on a zone with 4 cards, man, you are taking that zone. That zone is yours, which goes back to me saying Ant-Man is a great essential card to have in any deck. So Ironheart, Captain America, Carnage, Elektra, Ant-Man, those are the cards we've discussed so far. Now let's move on to energy level 4. And I'm really only going to talk about 2 cards here. Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is absolutely money in any deck. Especially, too, in a on-reveal Odin deck, because Odin's going to proc her effect twice. Now, On reveal, if you do, and you can't play a card in that zone on your next turn, and if you don't, she's going to gain 4 power. So she's going to go from a 4 power card to an 8 power card, which is huge. An 8 power card on a 4 energy card is a big advantage for you to run in any deck. And now if you pair her with Odin, if you drop Odin on top of her in turn 6, she's going to gain this effect. Actually, you know what? I don't think she does gain this effect again, because she gains this effect on the next hand. So Jessica Jones by herself. Monster card, high attack power card. I highly recommend you have her in all of your decks. Another 4-star card, Neymar. Now, Neymar has a zone effect built specifically for him. Now, you got to win 2 zones out of 3 to win. Neymar can single-handedly win you a zone. If you and your opponent are battling over 2 zones and one zone's empty, which isn't going to happen very often, but say one zone's empty, or he's got 2 cards and he's got 4 power in there, you're avoiding that zone. You're not touching that zone. So he's thinking, I got this one. You drop Neymar on that card, he has to be the only card in a zone, though. So there's a caveat to this. But I have won many matches so far with Neymar giving me just winning me hands down by himself that zone, because if he's the only card in that zone, he's going to get 5 power. Now, if you play a match with the Atlantis zone, you're going to get another 5 power. So it's going to, you just drop Neymar in there, set him, forget him. He's going to be a 15 power card by himself. So Neymar is definitely, along with Jessica Jones, a trump card in any deck. Now, Onslaught, not going to work with him, because if you plop Onslaught onto his zone, you're going to remove that extra 5 power. It's going to cancel out his effects. So that's why Neymar, just like in the comic books, he stands alone. He doesn't want anybody else. No boss, no underlings, no other allies, nothing. But his effects make him an excellent card. You definitely want Neymar in all of your decks. So 5-star cards. Now, there's a lot of really good 5-star cards, but the only one I'm going to really talk about is Iron Man. Iron Man, there's so many different synergies with zone effects that you're going to get so much use out of him. He is an ongoing card, which means his effects they're ongoing in that zone. So say you lay him in turn 2 and there's an Ant-Man. So you're only going to get the 1 point from Ant-Man. You're not going to get any points from Iron Man, but you're going to double the points. You're going to get 2. But then you keep laying cards onto that zone, and those cards are going to add to the power contribution towards that zone, and Iron Man's just going to keep on doubling it. He's going to keep on doubling it. Now, if you pair him with an Onslaught card, which I love to use, absolutely love to use, so he's going to double that zone, and then you plop Onslaught down there. Now he's going to quadruple the contribution power of that zone. So this card with Onslaught is money. By himself, though, is essential in any deck. There's a lot of good 5-star cards. White Tiger's good. Gamora's good. Spider-Woman's good. Vision's good. Blue Marvel's good. But really, a lot of these, White Tiger works really good in an Odin zone, in an Odin deck. Blue Marvel works really well in an Onslaught deck, because he's got an ongoing effect. While they're good by themselves, I would say if you had the choice, since our decks are limited, you really want to take Iron Man over any of those other cards, but I do recommend those cards in other decks. And for 6 energy cards, I'm not going to discuss any of them, because like I've said in a previous video, I think the 6 energy cards belong to specific deck synergies. So whatever boss you pick, be it Onslaught, Apocalypse, Odin, Hemidal, I think that those cards go with specific deck synergies or card synergies. You should build those decks around the bosses. So these cards, I don't think they're pivotal to use anywhere. Hulk, you could say, is a catch-all card. You could put him in any deck. He's got no power. He just smashes. He's just 12 power. Infinite, 20 big old power. Pretty cool card, but you can't play a card on turn 5. Good luck with that, but it's a 20 power card. It's a good card. I think this, maybe you could make an argument to be a good card in any deck, standalone card, but I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to say use a boss that has synergy across your entire deck. So what are the cards? Let's go. Let's just discuss them one more time. So we got Iron Man at energy 5. We got Neymar and Jessica Jones at energy 4. We've got Captain America at energy 3. We got Ironheart at energy 3. We got Carnage at energy 2. And then we got Elektra and Ant-Man at energy 1. So, in my opinion, mid-game, early game, these are the cards you guys should all have. You should all be using in every one of your decks to help give you better chances to crush your opponent. I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you in the next one, guys. Please leave a like, a comment. Join my Discord if you want to talk Marvel Snap, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, peace, bye-bye.